Group 3 reading, the Mahi Mahi Uprising. When Germany invaded Tanzania, they decided to rule very strictly and violently. Germany hoped to completely control the native populations. This violent rule included a policy is a law or guideline put into place. This violent rule included a policy of killing African kings who resisted German control. During this time of German control, the African population was forced to pay high taxes and put under a system of forced labor. The native peoples were forced to grow cotton and build roads for the Germans. Things were extremely bad for the native Africans, and from this anger, a leader, Kinjilikite Nagwale, came forward. He claimed to know the secret of a liquid that could repel German bullets called Mahi Mahi, which means sacred water. So, armed with arrows, spears, and covered with Mahi Mahi water, the first warriors of the rebellion started to move against the Germans. At first they attacked only small German outposts and destroyed cotton crops, which lost Germans a ton of money. The rebellion spread throughout the colony, eventually involving 20 different ethnic groups, all of who wished to get rid of the Germans. Significantly, this was the first example of interethnic cooperation. Interethnic cooperation is peoples of different ethnicities, tribes, religions, or race working together. So this was the first example of interethnic cooperation in the battle against European control in Africa. Although the Mahi Mahi Rising was in the end unsuccessful, it forced Germany's government to make reforms. Reforms are changes in laws or policies based off of failures or desires from the people. So it forced the German government to make reforms in their African colonies. Germany now understood the cost of their violent style of rule. Additionally, the uprising would become an inspiration for freedom fighters in the future who also called for interethnic unity as they struggled against European colonial rule. And just as some helpful tips, the Mahi Mahi water obviously did not actually repel bullets, but it kind of gave people the courage to fight against an enemy who had much better weapons than them. And then the reforms are a really big deal because you might not kick out your oppressors, the people doing harm to you, but you can at least make them change away from the very strict and violent ways they had previously been treating the people.